Okay, so I'm gonna quickly throw this little bit at the beginning. You'll never guess what I just got done watching. I've taken about 5 minutes to breathe. But other than that, I'm gonna go do the post discussion here in a minute, and try not to cry anymore. But yeah, just thanks, dogs. What a brilliant time to have started barking today. Anyway, I just want to say, I talk about, like, spoilers and the things I know, and, like, I know this is going to be a thing. The thing I know about, completely irrelevant. It's about a character it's about that character. That one. The one I was like, oh, cool, good, I'm actually glad now. So, I'll talk about it in the discussion, but yeah. So, just all my spoiler stuff, don't worry about it. Turns out, the only thing I needed to worry about was that image. That being said, I wasn't ready when the context came with it, so enjoy the video, guys. I am in so much pain.
Now, this one should be interesting for any number of reasons. Hey, hi-ho, and howdy, everyone. My name is Shannon L. Shook, and welcome to something a little bit different on the channel. If you've been paying attention quite recently, some shows that we've been watching through have been finishing up here on the channel, and a little while back I did a poll. We went ahead and got some new shows going. Some of them are damn near finished up now, or about to finish up now as we're going on, and stuff is continuously rolling through. And very recently, I put out a little bit of a community post. Also, I'm sorry if this intro is a little long, because there's a couple little things I want to talk about, and one thing in particular in regards to spoilers, so I will talk about that before we go. And I kind of want to be vague, but also, like, I don't know if I need to be vague, because, again, I also like to be as upfront as possible. But, anyway, point is, very recently I put up a little bit of a community post just mentioning, like, hey, like, Horus Recoil and Spy Family are going to be starting fairly soon. However, you might see another show pop up, and that is Naruto. It's obviously Oshinoko. So basically, long story short, I had no idea what the show was going. I didn't know anything about this. I had no idea about this until it dropped, and everyone and their mother who's ever existed on Earth couldn't shut up about how great it was. And then everyone in the Discord proceeded to yell at me all at once about how I needed to watch it. So here we are. For anyone who doesn't know, one of the shows that we've done quite a while in the past, one of the very first shows I think I ever really, really got into when it comes to doing things like as they were airing and whatnot was Kaguya-sama Love is War. We're actually going through Season 3 Ultra Romantic right now. I adore it. It's wonderful. And the reason I mention that, of course, is because this is actually the original manga or not was, written by the same motherfucker. Now, as I understand it, this tonally might be a little different. I'm not 100% sure about it. I'm not 100% sure. What I do know is I've heard it's beyond amazing, and I am looking forward to it because I've heard nothing but good things. And as I understand it, probably something that I would really resonate with or appreciate and stuff like that. The first time I heard anything about it was just on Twitter, scrolling by and seeing someone say, hey, you should watch Oshinoko, immediately followed by the words I always dread to hear whenever someone recommends something new to me, which is you shouldn't know anything about Oshinoko going into it. I've been around long enough to know that that's a fucking red flag. Now, that can often mean it's a really good show. It's just gonna do some concerning things to you. So, if you know anything about me, you know that I have a very, very weak stomach, and there are certain things that I just can't do. There's reasons we have dropped certain shows on the channel. It's just I cannot vibe with them. They might be great, but I can't do it. immediately following up that thing that I had heard with a random one-off screenshot, which gave me severe pause and concern, I went ahead to go do the thing I've kind of gotten into a habit of doing now, especially because it feels like spoiler tags, when I look them up on any list and stuff like that, never really spoil anything that I'm not explicitly trying to be spoiled on in the first place. So long story short, that's what I did. I went ahead and I opened that up just to quickly take a look and see, do I need to be severely concerned about something that's going to stop me from being able to watch this? Now, I think one of the big reasons probably people don't want you to do that is because one thing in particular did show up in those spoiler tags that I'm like, oh, that might kind of explain that image. Or if it does explain that image, it would at least maybe explain kind of part of why I would be worried to have watched the show. Now, again, some people are going to be bothered by that, and I totally understand that. Number one, I don't think that's going to ruin my experience for the show at all. Obviously, it's not going to come out of nowhere then, should that come up. It's an hour and a half long. I would be shocked if it didn't come up in this episode, and it was like, for stuff later on. Again, I'm still being non-specific, but you probably know what I'm talking about. The other spoiler tags in there didn't resonate for me at all for something to be worried about. I don't even remember what they were, but they weren't important enough for me to remember them in the first place, so... But the one thing obviously was, and I'll probably talk about it once we encounter it, should we encounter it. It'd be really weird if we didn't encounter it, considering it was in the tags. Yeah, long story short, it was the thing I needed to know going in, because otherwise I just wouldn't have watched the show, because I can't trust the internet. And I can't trust anime. But anyway, that's the thing. Again, I will talk about it at the end, I'm sure. Yeah, so I'm sorry, this is kind of a weird all over the place intro, but this is, again, kind of an interesting, unique show to tackle, I think, in a lot of ways. Again, I don't know much about it. I know, like, I assume to be the main character, Hoshino I believe is her name. At least we'll see. I have theories about what's going on there, but I don't really know. Again, I know it's involving idols and stuff like that. And again, I know it is written by the Kaguya-sama writer, which on one hand, again, is great because I know that dude is mad talented and like really good at what they do. Also, they've hurt me before, so I'm fully expecting them to be able to hurt me here now emotionally. And that's kind of a thing about me. I generally have kind of like... I would say 3 main states of being when it comes to reacting. For anyone new here, obviously, if you've been around, you know how I operate. I'm either a goofy, silly dumbass, I am perpetually frozen in fear and silence, or I'm a absolute fountain of tears. Like, those are kind of the 3 states of being I'm capable of existing in. Easily could be one of those shows that kind of hits all of those spots. I am slightly worried it's more the latter 2, though. But again, I've heard incredible things. Again, multiple people have literally said it's their favorite, like, first episode of anything ever. To be fair, it's a fucking movie, apparently. So, you know, we're going in on this. I am a little worried about how my computer is going to handle that. However, we're going to tackle it as best we can. I am officially recording in a different format. For people who don't know what's going on, very recently, I've been experiencing a lot of technical difficulties. My computer can sometimes crash. In the event that happens, it completely obliterates the video. That being said, it completely obliterates the video because of the format I was recording in at the time. So in theory, I'm recording in a different one now. So in the event that happens, worst case scenario, both the audio and video should be salvageable. It'll be an annoying bastard to fix, but salvageable. In theory, I don't know until that actually happens. Hopefully it doesn't. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. Again, I've heard really, really good things. I am, again, a bit concerned. But again, I do at least know about what I assume to be at least one of the biggest worries I have going in. And again, I am sorry that is the thing that I'm aware of. But again, that also, something like that doesn't inherently ruin my experience. It will potentially take some of the shock value out, but it won't, like, ruin the experience. I've had plenty of times on the channel alone where we've had series that I've been spoiled to fuck and back on and still utterly adored. the amount of things I was spoiled on with Madoka Magica, and yet I still come out of that with that, like, that's one of my top 5. Like, I really, really love that show. Even through all of the bullshit I went through with spoilers. Like, it's one of those things where, like, it's not going to really hamper my experience with the show, I don't think. It just might be a slightly different experience. And again, it's only one thing. There could be 100 million goddamn things I'm just not aware of, but I assume the one thing in particular, it's probably going to be that. Again, we'll talk about it when it's over. I also might, again, in theory I shouldn't need to because we're doing the new format, but I'm also paranoid. So I might break this up into like do 2 recordings and smush them together. Not like 2 separate videos, but record them differently. Yeah, also this is my first time doing things through High Dive, so hopefully they're not a pain in the ass and it works right. So thank you, High Dive. Please be good to me. Please treat me well. I'll give you money if you treat me well. Anyway, do I have anything else to say before I go in? I know nothing about the cast. I mean, the only character I know is the bean, is the pretty bean, who do a big sparkle eyes, and that's it. Oh, and the only other like visuals I've seen from it is the GIF of the beans doing the big glow stick wave. Outside of that, that's all I have to go off of. I've been trying my best. I have shit muted to hell on Twitter and back, to hell and back on Twitter. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do this. Again, this is a bit of a long one, so buckle up, grab yourself a beverage and some food if you do so require. I have both my coffee and my tea here. Get a little bit of a sip, and a little bit of another bit of a sip. I will already say, this intro is a little wonky. They always are whenever I'm doing a new series, but also, I also did just start recording Spy Family for the first time today. Holy hell, that was just a clusterfuck. It's a great show, but a clusterfuck of an intro. Yeah. And I think the other thing is, I think the plan is with this, I was originally going to see about throwing Spy Family up on Fridays, but because this comes out on Wednesdays, I think it comes out on Wednesdays, I think I'm going to actually shoot to put this out on Friday each week. Starting next week. Starting next week for me recording this, it would be this week for you. So we're going to be a tiny bit behind, but like, be like an episode behind each week, I guess, in theory. Unless I do something weird and jump us up ahead, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, Oshinoko, we're going to go ahead and do this. Slightly worried I'm going to come out of this a big, blubbery, weepy mess. And who knows if I'll even be able to say words. So that'll be fun. I'm doing this and then the Ruby Volume 9 finale later this week. I'm fucked. I am going to be emotionally ruined this week. So I'm glad I got started on all the other stuff this week earlier. Okay, we're going to go ahead. This is, again, the first episode of Oshinoko. It is a long one. And again, as I understand it, it's like the entire first volume or whatever of the manga, like all in one. So it's a hell of a way to do it. Hell of an opener. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I fully know what to expect, but I hope we have a good time. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Hopefully we have no technical difficulties. If we do, I'll do what I can to fix them. But until then, it's just vibe. Okay. Timer down the bottom. New show, sometimes I forget things. We also have a Patreon, Discord, you can check out stuff. If anything's early, you can go get over there for like $1. Fucking Discord, you can talk to me about stuff. You want to talk about how much of I'm a bastard for looking up spoiler tags, or if you want to cradle me as I slowly recover from my tears or something like that, that's always an option. Especially if you're a pretty anime lady, which you probably aren't, because that's not how real human people exist. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this here in 3, 2, 1, go. Hi Dive. Hi Dive. Also, thank you for being slightly cheaper than Crunchyroll too, even if I have to. Oh shit. Also, I'm wondering if this is going to hit me in a certain way as being a VTuber fan as well. Could see it. Oh my god, it's me. For real. Suffering. I will say, I already kind of get small similarity from Kaguya. That's what I like to think. That's why I'm so much healthier these days. Oh god, I've been there before. Shit. Take care of yourselves, people, if you're... Damn. Got his ass. Aww. She does seem like a little treasure. Yeah, no, this is a danger town. All right, Japan, calm down. Also, Sho, if you kill this child in front of me, I'm gonna be a little pissed. Bitch, what did I just fucking say? It was sweet, but there was a part or two in there that was concerning. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not in the cards, bud. Yeah. All right, relax. She's adorable, but calm down. Sir, you're a doctor. You know that's bad for your head. I mean, I would imagine more or less than the way that normally happens. Oh, sweet one. This is why idol culture's fucked up again. I'm a VTuber fan. I have some thoughts on that shit. Just let people live their fucking lives, man. Again, I do have concerns how and why that happens, but also, let the fucking human being live their lives, okay? Is this a... Yes. It's very easy. Weird bastards. Hi, sweet bean. And again, I don't know anything about the cast. I don't know who's voicing her, but she sounds familiar. I mean, you do kind of got that going. She's beyond fucking charming. That's true. She sounds very familiar, but I can't immediately place the voice. Not always the easiest thing to do, but you deserve your fucking privacy. That's one way of saying it. And I've talked about stuff like that, even just doing my inconsequential bullshit, so... I was going to say a little greedy, but she's certainly giving off those vibes. Steve. The always stunning Steve. Ooh. I can see that being pretty rough. Not that a C-section isn't rough in its own way, but obviously. Yeah, just as long as we take care of her, that's all that matters. Gotta respect her face in the world with a smile, man. Man is trying his hardest. I am definitely concerned about however that spoiler will fit into this, because I don't know. But we'll get there when we get there. Have we got a name for the boy yet? For the doctor? The medical amigo? You're not giving off great vibes, brother. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if it's a weird stalker or baby daddy or both. I don't. Yeah, so again about not giving off great vibes. I'm pretty sure that can just register as attempted murder. It wouldn't be high up on my... Fuck, man. Well, it's definitely not... That's amazing. Well, that's definitely not where I thought this was going. Also, So that guy's a problem. We need to do something about the guy who just apparently runs around and murders motherfuckers. It's like an isekai, but not. This is my second unexpected paranormal magic bullshit show of the day. Definitely not where I thought this was going. Ruby? You can't show me a goddamn show about Ruby that has fucking talk of reincarnate. Son of a bitch. This is your weekly reminder to go watch Ruby. Also, calling it Ruby is the reincarnation of the girl who died earlier. She just was a little late to the party. I'm a writer. That's how this works. Ichigo Saito. You're not Ichigo. That's Ichigo. That's my wife. You're just a lad. Hopefully a good lad. Her smile warms my very soul. I will say that. Hello. Damn. Does each one of them have a sparkle eye? Oh my god. Would you breathe through your goddamn nose? My god, they're out here built like Lucina. Aww. Alright, relax, baby. Just like... Also, that's gotta be awkward, because you're now you're stuck a baby regardless. So, like... I mean, that's kind of what those are actually for, in that case. So, I don't know how you tackle that problem, I gotta be honest with you. I think you kind of just gotta roll with it. He's a chunky little potato. Well, she's a bit of a dumbass, but she's a really charming, sweet dumbass. All right, now. All right. Would you relax? Yeah. I believe this is what they call a Slay Queen moment. Keep stressing, making sure everything's recording. Again, I need to see who is voicing her, and I imagine singing too. Like, she sounds really familiar, so it's gonna infuriate the shit out of me when I look it up and realize who it is. Yeah, again, the dying aside. Yeah, we gotta kill that motherfucker. I'm so worried and concerned. That's not doing good. Yeah, no, magic bullshit really gonna do some shit with you. I gotta be honest. It's hard to fight weird god magic. Alright, relax. I mean, I'm a fan too, but you don't see me talking about pissing myself. That was kind of the vibe I was getting. I assumed something similar to that. Again, my assumption is it's actually the girl from the hospital, but again, I will say this on the topic of you shouldn't know anything going in. I definitely didn't know any of this shit going in. So there's that. Y'all are certainly something. I'm so worried about this motherfucker. Yeah, you, dickhead. Yeah. Like, listen. I'm a fan of people. I'm a friend. I love me some Matsuri and Kiara, Selene. I love them so very dearly. You don't see me doing this shit. I'm out here trying to marry fake people too, and I'm. I mean, yeah, it would be a little. It would be a little weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, little shit. But, like, again, don't get me wrong, I'd talk about putting cute anime ladies' business in my mouth all the time. But, like, I have no right to talk.
What if she was gay as hell, though? Again, it's weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. What you do in the comfort of your own home between consenting legal adults is hey, live your best life. Again, I'm here for it. I've some pretty ladies in the world. But like, just this is the weirdest sequel to Look Who's Talking I've I've Girl, are you okay? I realize. I mean, you know, I get the point, at least to an extent. Would you stop? No. Would you? Okay, well, you've lost me now. You had me for a second. Stop killing people in this show. Also, yeah, no, I feel like she can take you. I gotta be honest with you. Again, unless you can get her near a ledge, but. Would you? Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to explain. Also, Hyde, I remember I was talking about how I would like it if you were nice to me. You'd be in a real pain in the ass trying to watch this, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, again, definitely add this to the stuff I was not expecting going into the show. Nah, that's a magic talking about. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's my favorite god. I'm gonna drop concrete on you. That's what's happening. Yeah, we already have a confirmed murderer running around, so. Also, give them cookies and milk. Damn. Poor man. That's true. You gotta respect the hustle.
Again, I'm definitely leaning on. It's obvious a thing to lean on, but that's definitely where I'm leaning. Y'all motherfuckers are mobile for little itty bitty babies as well. I would like to point out. I don't know exactly how old they're supposed to be at this point. Son of a bitch. My apologies. Oh, see, I actually haven't noticed if the voice is literally the same. Yeah. Yeah, again, that's... Yeah. I'm a writer. Again, obvious, but I'm... Yeah. Damn. Mm. It's not a great realization, but it's a real realization. Hmm. Keep your head up, please. I mean, that's a good start. It's might have a small role to play in it. I'm such a sucker for an adorable bean in a hat. Yeah, there's a lot more of it that goes into there than you think. I'm not saying they, plenty aren't doing well sometimes, but fucking A. Socialism. Girl, I need... you... Weird little bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. It's some shit, but I get it. She's got the little side ponytail. Oh my god, my wife's loving heart. I don't necessarily recommend that, but... And this is one of the many reasons I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. And even as a fucking non-entity in the world. Alright, breathe through your nose, you little freak. I get it, she's wonderful, I love her too. An icon, a queen. It's true, we should definitely not show off that you're freaky weird magic babies. That too, obviously, but... Again, she sounds so familiar, and it's gonna be so annoying when I look it up and realize who it is, too. That's the worst part. Again, I'm worse with JP voices. Get it out of your head. Ain't that some real shit? You want this hyper fucking idealistic thing, and you'll fucking condemn them for it. There it is. Yeah. Again, the demand for hyper idealized bullshit, and then the complaint when you actually get it and shit. It's, again, idol culture in general infuriates the fuck out of me. And here I thought this show was gonna be kind of like completely straightforward and Alright. You got her just genuinely being happy entirely on her own because she loves her fucking kids. But again, that's the point, is like you're gonna fight her on it when she actually embraces it. Oh my god, look at them. Little suspenders. Yeah. Aww. Also, again, I wonder whereabouts she is now, because they're probably... You guys gotta be getting, like, a good couple years in at this point. I am instantaneously concerned and suspicious with any motherfucker in a hoodie. It doesn't help that right here looking like me with a slightly reduced beard. Aww. She's a little menace. I kind of love her. I don't remember the one dude's voice. Again, it doesn't... Your face isn't giving me the same vibes. But again, I'm concerned by the hoodies of it all. I know, right? He's a chatty little fucker, isn't he? He watches all my videos. I'm fairly suspicious in regards to child actor shit, because it tends to fuck kids up, but if anyone was gonna do it, it would be reincarnated children with full adult human brains. I mean, I get that, yeah. I get that too. I'm sorry I keep checking stuff, but so he took the super talkative youngster really well. I do like that they always have the little bear and the little bunny. Sometimes it just happens. Precocious baby. Getting the vibe there's going to be a lot of really frustrating entertainment industry shit that's going to piss me off in this show. Again, like, aspects of it I understand, but also it's just... There's a lot more that goes into entertainment and creative shit that I think a lot of people don't often think of. Again, I think you should always fight to make it more about the art, but it is a thing. You just still have to deal with it. Fiendish. Look at this little motherfucker in his little sweater vest and shit. I mean, she's good. Again, I'm glad I didn't look up too much about the show. Because, again, there's so much of this I definitely didn't think that was where any of this was going. Again, I know that thing, which terrifies the shit out of me, but we've already opened with a murder, so I don't fucking... doesn't necessarily surprise me, but... I'm just really glad I don't know the context, but I'm also terrified because I don't know the context. The who and the why and all that. Right? How does your brain develop in this scenario? Hi. I don't know. You gotta tell me. Shoutouts. It's a good skill. It'd be a little bit difficult to really nail down a good crying command. I'm okay at it, but all right, you little shit. This is my wife you're talking about. Well, you shouldn't murder people, because when they become reincarnated in little kid bodies, they're gonna grow up with a severe desire to start killing people themselves. Ah, Children of the Corn shit. I respect it. Freaky, come play with us, children. The Shining and shit. I get what we're going for. Spooky, spooky babies. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, I get that. And that's not even if we're just talking about having the freaky magic eye. Yeah, when it's Hoshino, she's got two of them. It's one thing. It's trippy when it's y'all. All right, hang tough, little one. So just relax. Oh, sweetie, I think you did fine. You did okay. You did okay. Also, wait, is she pretending? She's good at she can fake cry. But I can't tell. Maybe she's just a really good actor. Oh. Hmm. That's a good way to shut that shit down quick. I kind of vibe with the director guy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, definitely acknowledging concerning things in the industry and stuff like that, but definitely doesn't seem like an asshole or anything. More just kind of just a person who's living in it and working through it as he can. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Hmm. About 2/3 through, it looks like. Well, that's cool. I think you did good, kid. You worked with it. Good Lord, woman, Jesus Christ, marry me. Did I say that enough already? I've now said it. That's fucked up. Yeah, that's really fucked up. That he just got lost in the fucking woods and no one ever fucking found him. Yeah, it's definitely the vibes you give off, Bean. It was a bit of a bummer way to go, brother, man. Again, hopefully the sync is not going to be a problem on this. I apologize if there's any difficulties. We're doing a big heckin' dance? Okay, Sweet Bean. Little Menace. Tiny Demon Child. Well, you gotta start somewhere, Sweet Potato. Oh, sweetie. Again, I'm pretty sure he did say what it was. I didn't... But, if he did, and I'm pretty sure he did, I'm not familiar with what it was that she was suffering from. Fucking better. I'll be pissed when he tries to fucking slow this shit down a second time. You got it. Oh, it's okay. That's part of the fun of dancing. He's doing a big flop. Sweet Bean. I love dancing. I'm such a dance fiend. Which I feel like you wouldn't necessarily get from a big weird giant like me, but love dancing. I also am not a choreography guy. I'm just a fucking... Just vibe with it. Aww. Oshi flump. Oh, sweetie. She's such a fucking sweetheart, dude. I've been having some scary thoughts going through this too, bud. As watching you guys grow up and get more and more involved in this industry and stuff. And again, the problem, the concerning thing is, again, it's the first episode. I know it feels like a movie, but it's the first episode. And that's what gives a special addition to the concern. I'm scared to meet the dad. Especially since he's just fucking gone the whole time. So, and there's a lot of worry for the future in this. And that would be if I didn't know the other thing. I mean, I would kind of imagine, right? Like it's a whole fucking deal. It's interesting too. How we've kind of been jumping between their different POVs throughout. I mean, we got a lot from the boy earlier. We got a little bit here with Ruby before. Now we're getting seemingly a good little bit from I. Also, I didn't talk about this earlier, but I talked about it with people in the Discord before I started the show. Wild having two adorable, perfect best girls I'm out here trying to marry named I, both from the same fucking writer. Thanks, man. Can you stop? Don't stop, please. They're great. Damn. Oh, I hate that. It's a hell of a way to do that visual. I suppose that's kind of the point, huh? Pretty sure you're just a human being, man. Maybe a complicated one, but most of the best ones are, I would argue. I say that. I'm just a really obnoxious lovey-dovey fuck. I'm not... It'd be easier if I was lying, I gotta be honest with you. A fragile heart. Hey? I think there's an argument to be made there. If you look at the idea of, like, you want to be able to embrace that personality, you want to... I suppose there's an argument for that's a form of love in itself. Again, it's slightly concerning, again, context, but I do think there's somewhat of an argument for kind of like the, what am I trying to say? There's a term for it. The world's what you make of it and stuff like that, you know? That would be a kind of horrifying thought, yeah. I don't like any of that. No, leave. Go away. No. Go directly to jail. Prison. The chair. I don't... You know, you feel like a fucking piece of shit. I would very much like that too, please.
Oh, fuck, none of that saved me. None of this. I'll talk about the spoiler afterward. But, yep, that didn't save me at all because it wasn't even remotely close to what I thought it was going to be. But it was exactly what I thought it was going to be at the same time. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself with a knife. We're on the same page, sweetie. Because human beings are horrible fucking creatures. Thank you for trying to take care of him, man. So fucking angry and sad and fucking... I'm so mad because so much of that was exactly what I thought it was gonna be, and it was also not. I knew she wasn't gonna fucking make it through this. I had seen the fucking thumbnail for the second episode pop up when I was starting the video up. I didn't realize it was them. Can you fucking not one more time before the fucking episode's over? The fuck was her problem? Oh my god, fuck. Hi, Lynn. It's good to see your fucking name pop up again. You were just everywhere recently, huh? Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I have to fucking watch the Ruby finale this week. I'm so fucked. So maybe I should just put a little thing at the beginning of the recording being like, hey, all this shit I'm going to talk about with worried. Please don't. I thought I was done crying. Please don't. I'm such a fucking mess. I'm going to really quickly end my record. Nope. Fucking stop. Do not try and fucking hit me with a second episode right now. I swear to God, I will fucking punch you. To stop the recording, I am going to take 5 seconds to clean my fucking self up. It's not gonna fix it because I'm just gonna start crying again when I do the discussion. But I'm going to try anyway. Jesus Christ. Also, I need to figure out who I need to go yell at in the Discord who was like, shit, it's gonna cook. Oh no, it was someone. No, it was someone in my fucking YouTube comments. Which one was it? I really quickly before I do restart the stop and fucking. Which one of you who when I said I was gonna watch Oshinoko was like, oh yeah, no, it's gonna fucking break him. Who was it? Which one was it? Who was it? You? I'm mad because you're so fucking right. Oshinoko first episode will kill this man. Thanks, Lap. If you're watching, guess you were right. Fuck. Okay. So, let's quickly talk about those spoilers that I knew about going in. I talked about this earlier, and again, I looked up the spoiler tags before watching the show because the image I had seen was eye covered in blood. Very specifically, eye covered in blood holding Aqua. Now, I got a very quick glance of it when I saw it, and I didn't know exactly what it meant. And again, I have an incredibly weak stomach, so the first thing I needed to find out, especially after hearing, hey, you shouldn't know anything going into it, the first thing I needed to know was, okay, is there going to be gore or blood in it? So I immediately went to AniList, opened the spoiler tags to make sure, and the first thing I saw was suicide. That was the thing. Gotta be honest, having seen the episode now, not only was that not the thing I needed to be worried about at all, because that was kind of what I assumed was happening in that glimpse of that image that I had seen, but actually apparently it was in relation to someone I would be actively cheering for that for. Anyway, so that was what that all was. That was the image, and that was the theme, problematic thing that I had seen. Who knew that was literally going to be the one thing I didn't give a shit about at all in the end. But again, along with that topic, again, I had seen that image of eye covered in blood, so I definitely had my worries, and through a lot of it, I was at least highly concerned that she was. I mean, I knew that was going to happen in one way or another. I didn't necessarily know that would mean that she would die. However, as we progressively started working more and more through the show, and it became clear that, we were following Ruby and Aqua as they were growing up and getting introduced into the entertainment industry, it became fairly obvious to me as we were going along that we were going to lose Ai. And the show was more going to be about, these two kind of following along in her footsteps in their own little ways. Throughout the industry, and for all of the good and bad that entails. Didn't necessarily know how the father was going to be involved or anything like that, and I guess I still technically don't really know. Again, there's very much the assumption that Aqua has that, it's his fucking fault, but I also don't know. But yeah, so for a significant amount of that, I was very much under the impression that we were going to lose her by the end of that, but stop crying. But I really didn't want to believe that, I was really starting to worry too as soon as we started getting her POV. Again, I talked about it earlier and how I was appreciating those. I don't know if my face was giving it away, but of course, on the background the entire time is like, well, if we were ending on hers, that would make a lot of sense. Again, it's so frustrating because so much of that, I knew was going to happen. I knew we were going to lose her. I knew what, even if I didn't know, I kind of knew in my heart, and as a writer, I'm like, yeah, no, that's exactly how that would go. I didn't know the context. I thought it was her doing it. But I definitely should have seen that coming, considering piece of shit was still around. Yeah, that one fucking hurt, man. Gonna have to watch fucking the Ruby finale this week, too. I'm already gonna be completely destroyed from this, and you want me to fucking watch my favorite show do what is very likely gonna be one of the most emotional fucking things they've ever done in that goddamn show, based on what it's been building up to, so fuck. It's in 2 days. I spent so much of this, my return to reacting this past month or two, and just being like I haven't really turned into a big weepy cry blubbering bitch, and then I did 2 in a row where I've just fucking imploded in on myself. I hate the way I look when I cry on camera, which is a real fucking problem. When I do what I do, fucking ugly. Look at this. No one likes this. No one likes the sound of that. Fuck. I just really wanted to believe she was gonna get through that, man. Fuck. And again, I kept talking about it towards the end too. Like, that's the thing is, like, I know it feels like a movie, but I also know it's the first episode of the show, so I know there's still a lot more to go. And especially watching them grow up, I was like, okay, that's what the show is. It's gonna be them, not her. Fuck. Man, it just fucking hurts. I'm also fucking upset because it was being an unbelievable pain in the ass. Having to constantly break it up. I really hope the sync is okay on this. I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure it flows correctly. I'm sorry if it ever kind of slows down or anything like that and the sync goes off, but I should hopefully be able to fix it. I have all of tomorrow morning to build it up and stuff, so... But fuck, that hurt so much. Yeah, none of that saved me. No amount of literally, you literally straight up told me from the beginning, oh, you know, she literally is just gonna die at the end. Like, it wouldn't have fucking helped. Because I spent most of that knowing that was how it was gonna go. I don't know too much more what I can say about this other than, once again, the writer of this, which, I can't remember his name, but I remember it being really funny. I remember thinking his name was really entertaining. And I don't know if it's his real name or if it's a pen name. I'm going to double check. Isn't it Akasaka? Isn't that what it is? Something like that? Akasaka. That's what it is, yeah. You're an asshole. You got me with the fucking You episode from season 2 of Kaguya, and you have the audacity to do this too. You're a bitch. You're also very talented and wonderful. But you a bitch. you're a terrible person who dances upon my heartstrings, and I don't care for it. You're a terrible monster. But you're really good at it. Yeah, I don't know too much more I can say. It was beautiful. I had to see it in less than stellar quality, but, you know, I've never been a huge quality guy anyway, so it's fine. But, yeah. I appreciate a lot of the talk and discussion from the entertainment, you know, sphere of things. Again, as more of a writer and a creative sort, and someone who's a big fan of art and the industry and stuff like that, and again, I'm also a big fan of, like, VTubers and idols and shit like that, and, you know, kind of all across the spectrum when it comes to the entertainment stuff. There's definitely a lot of sometimes my own thoughts being echoed in this, which I guess I appreciated. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, man. I that hurt a lot. Anyway, fucking, yeah. I don't know what else I can say. I like Aqua and Ruby, and I want to see where they go from here. I'm slightly concerned with my boy's intended mission from this point on, but also kind of get it. I kind of get those vibes. I want to go on a limb and say the dad is not that's not what it is. I want to believe that, but I also don't fucking know. I guess we'll fucking see as we go. I am definitely worried about Ruby as well because, again, I do fear her following in her mom's footsteps in a lot of ways. As clearly that's been shown that can have really concerning outcomes. Fuck. Yeah, again, I think you can really tell that it is. You can definitely tell that it's his writing, even with the kind of notably different tone in a lot of ways, and especially significantly more intense topic matter a lot of time. Again, I think the U episode from Kaguya season 2, I think really kind of gives a lot of similar, like, you can see how the same dude is responsible for those two different shows, because of something like that, where it takes that episode. If you've not, please go watch Kaguya-sama Love Is War. It's a phenomenal rom-com. However, for those who are not aware, there is an episode in the second season where it takes a fucking hard left turn, really just for one episode, but it's about the backstory of a character, and it's fucking rough. It's really upsetting, and makes that character infinitely more compelling. And I already enjoy them. They're fun. They're funny, but it really gives you a deeper understanding of that character, and you really appreciate them and stuff like that. But it takes a fucking turn, and it's kind of gross, and it hurts, and you can really see a lot of this in that episode, I think. So I definitely, I get how you can have the same person responsible for both of these. That one definitely tracks. I'm curious what brought us our weird god baby magic, or if we'll ever get an understanding of that. I'm gonna go out on a personal limb and a hope and a dream and a wonder that I is also somewhere out there, I really like to believe that. It doesn't fix everything, but I would really like to believe that personally. I really liked her. She's a really compelling, interesting fucking character. Again, the other two kids are as well. I kind of even like the manager and his wife, whose names I cannot fucking remember. I remember his was Ichigo because I'm over here simping for my wife. But yeah. Again, I just needed to record that little bit at the beginning of the game because the spoilers I had outside of that image, the image was the big one. And again, there was nothing I could have done to stop that. That literally just showed up out of nowhere instantly after I fucking found out the show even existed. So there was nothing I could have done about that. But, yeah, no, me looking up things on the spoiler tags literally did not help in any way, shape, or form. Because the only thing it told me about was the suicide. Again, a thing that happened to the character I wanted to die anyway. So it's... yeah. You were right. It's really fucking good. And like Zach was saying in the Discord before I even started, I was like, apparently episode 2 is even fucking better. And I'm like, oh, okay. Is it mean? Is it as mean? Probably. But at least it's shorter. Which is not something I usually wish for with stuff like this. But also, give me a fucking break, okay? Again, I don't know exactly when this is going to come out. I'm going to try and get this out on Patreon here, as soon as I can. So that'll be tomorrow, hopefully, when I can get this up. Fuck. But yeah, I think these are gonna try and get these out on Friday. I'd rather not have them be a week behind each time. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know if I'll like put out this first episode here and it'll be a week behind, and then the next one I'll drop 2 episodes so that we're caught up, or I don't know. I don't. Yes, I want the video to do well and stuff like that as well, and people being more up to date's obviously gonna help that, but I don't fucking know. I don't know if I can sit down with another fucking episode. I don't trust another episode of this fucking show right now. But also, again, I'm going to watch Ruby later this week, and I know that's going to fucking obliterate me because of more mom shit, funnily enough. And if you thought I fucks me up emotionally, that mom, all she has to do is exist and I cry. So that's one thing. This is your weekly reminder to go watch that. Yeah, fuck. There was a couple parts in there that were rough, but I knew we were getting towards the end and it was going to get so much fucking worse, and it absolutely did. Okay, I don't think I have anything more to say. I'm just going to keep repeating myself. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. A huge thank you to everyone who watched the episode. I sincerely hope you enjoyed my pain, suffering, and agony. Again, I'm going to desperately do whatever I can to fix the technical issues and hopefully fix them in the future. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if my internet just decided to be extra shitty, or if a certain platform just is kind of a fucking bastard. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and make do with what we can, and I hope that works for you guys. If you guys enjoyed, please give it some love. Share, subscribe, anything that you feel you need to do. Reminder, as always, there is a Patreon. You can get things earlier as soon as I can get to them. Again, with stuff like this, it's going to be a little interesting because I'm actually watching the show as it's coming out. But also, I'm already a smidge behind, so I don't... Again, it depends on if I decide to play catch-up or not. But, so, it'll either be like a week ahead, if in that case, or it'll be, I guess, like 2 days ahead. Which is not much, but, It's up to you guys to see what you want to do with that. We have a Discord. You're free to come in there to fucking mock me for crying my eyes out. Yeah, I don't know what I gotta say other than that. I loved it and I hated it. It's about what I expected going in, actually. It's about what I thought was gonna... Well, it's about how I thought I was gonna come out of this. And again, the weird thing is, like, that really was a movie, but it's just the first episode. So that's great. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed those things, I will see you all next week, or whenever, for episode 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed that stuff, I'm repeating myself again. My brain's broken. It's not good. That hurts a lot. That really fucking hurt. I gotta go. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.